Talk Rosa. Speak with power.
Grow your English every hour.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk Rosa. I am your host, Rosa, and I am so happy you are here today to practice your English with us.
And I am James. Hi, everyone. It is always great to be here.
How was your weekend, James? Did you do anything fun?
It was really relaxing. I mostly stayed at home, drank a lot of coffee, and watched some movies. How about you, Rosa?
My weekend was quite busy. I was planning a dinner party, so I spent a lot of time calling restaurants, talking to my family, and making plans.
Oh, you made a lot of phone calls. You know, that is a perfect topic for today. So many English learners tell me they feel really nervous when they have to talk on the phone in English.
That is so true, James. Speaking on the phone is completely different from speaking face-to-face. Face-to-face, you can see the person smiling or using their hands.
Exactly. But on the phone, you only have their voice. If they speak too fast, it is super stressful. I used to panic when the phone rang.
Well, today we are going to fix that. We are talking about how to handle phone calls in English. We'll share some simple, natural phrases you can use every day.
I love that. Let's make phone calls easy and fun. Where should we start?
Let's start at the very beginning, answering the phone and introducing yourself. James, when your phone rings and it is a new number, how do you answer?
Usually, I just pick up and say, hello.
Yes, hello is perfect for personal calls. But if you are at work or if you want to be a bit more professional, it is good to give your name. You can simply say, hello, this is Rosa.
Hello, this is James. That sounds really polite and clear.
Exactly. And what if you are the person making the call? Let's say you are calling a store or calling a friend's house. How do you ask for someone?
I think I usually say, is John there? Is that okay?
Yes, is John there is okay for casual situations with friends, but a much better, more natural phrase to learn is, can I speak to?
Oh, I like that. Can I speak to John, please? Or can I speak to the manager?
Perfect. Can I speak to is a magic phrase. You can use it in almost any situation. It is polite, easy to remember, and it sounds very natural.
Okay, so if I call a clinic, I can say, hello, this is James. Can I speak to Dr. Smith?
You got it. It really is that easy. Now, what happens when someone asks you a question on the phone? Let's say someone calls and asks, can I speak to James? What do you answer?
Ooh, that is a good question. I would probably say, yes, I am James.
That works, but an even more natural way to answer is just to say, speaking.
Really? Just one word? Speaking?
Yes, it means I am the person you are looking for. So if I call you and say, hello, can I speak to James? You just say, speaking.
I love that. It makes me sound like a native speaker. But Rosa, what happens when things go wrong? Phone calls are not always perfect.
They definitely are not. Let's talk about some common problems. One big problem is when you call the wrong person or someone calls you by mistake.
Oh, the wrong number. I actually have a really funny story about this. Can I share it?
Of course, I want to hear this. What happened?
So, a few years ago, I was super hungry. I wanted to order a large pepperoni pizza. I found a number online for a local pizza place, dialed the number, and someone answered.
Okay, sounds normal so far.
Well, I immediately said, hello, can I get a large pepperoni pizza for delivery? And there was a long silence on the phone. I was so confused.
Oh no, what did they say?
A woman finally answered and said, Sir, this is a hair salon. We only do haircuts here.
Oh my goodness, you tried to order pizza from a hair salon? That is hilarious. What did you do?
I was so embarrassed. My face turned red. I quickly said, "Oh, I am so sorry, wrong number," and I hung up the phone.
That is such a great story, and you used the perfect phrase. Sorry, wrong number. That is exactly what you should say.
It is simple and polite. If someone calls me looking for a David, I just say, "Sorry, you have the wrong number."
Exactly. Now, what about a bad connection? You know, when the sound is breaking up and you cannot hear the other person. This is very stressful for English learners.
It is the worst. You feel like you are failing at English, but really it's just a bad phone signal. What should we say?
Never pretend you understand if you don't. It is completely okay to say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that."
Sorry, I didn't catch that. That is a great phrase. It means, I didn't hear what you just said.
Yes. You can also say, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" Or if the signal is really bad, you can say, "We have a bad connection. I'll call you back."
I'll call you back. I use that one all the time. Sometimes it is just easier to hang up and try again.
Definitely. Another very common situation is when you need to check something and you need the other person to wait for a moment.
Like when you need to find your credit card or check your calendar?
Exactly. You do not want to just stay silent because the other person might think you hung up. You should say, "Hold on, please," or "Please hold."
Hold on, please. That sounds very natural.
It is. Now, James, let's talk about the hardest part of the phone call for a lot of people, ending the call.
Yes, sometimes ending a call feels so awkward. You don't want to just say bye and drop the phone. It feels rude.
Right. You need to close the conversation gently before you say goodbye. You can use a nice closing expression like, "It was great talking to you."
It was great talking to you. That is nice. What if it is a quick call to a friend?
For a friend, you can say, "Talk to you later," or "I have to go now, but I will talk to you soon."
And then we say goodbye.
Yes, you say the closing phrase, they respond, and then you say goodbye or bye.
This all makes so much sense. Rosa, do you think we could put all of this together? Maybe we can do a short role play to show our listeners how a real phone conversation sounds from start to finish?
I think that is a fantastic idea. Let's do a realistic role play. You are going to call me to ask about our meeting tomorrow, but let's pretend I have a bad connection at first and then I have to put you on hold.
Oh, a challenging phone call. I am ready. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello, this is Rosa.
Hi, Rosa. This is James. How are you doing?
Hi, James. I'm doing well. Sorry, there is a lot of noise here. I didn't catch that. Did you say James?
Yes, it's James. Sorry, we might have a bad connection. Can you hear me now?
Ah, yes, that is much better. How can I help you, James?
I'm calling about our meeting tomorrow. Do you know what time we are meeting?
Oh, let me check my calendar. Hold on, please.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, I am back. The meeting is at 2 p.m. tomorrow.
2 p.m. Perfect. That is all I needed to know.
Great. It was nice talking to you, James.
You too, Rosa. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
And scene. Great job, James. That felt just like a real phone call.
Thank you. It really helps to practice the whole conversation. We used a lot of the phrases we talked about today.
Yes, we did. So let's do a quick recap for our listeners. These are the key phrases you should remember for your next English phone call. James, what is the best way to answer the phone professionally?
You should say, "Hello, this is," and then your name. Like, "Hello, this is James."
Perfect. And if you are calling someone and you want to ask for them, what do you say?
You ask, "Can I speak to?" For example, "Can I speak to Rosa?"
Excellent. What if the person says something but you did not hear them or the connection is bad?
Do not panic. Just say, "Sorry, I didn't catch that." Or you can ask, "Sorry, can you repeat that?"
Good. And if you need the person to wait for a moment while you look for something?
Just tell them, "Hold on, please," or "Please hold."
Finally, when it is time to end the call gently, what is a friendly thing to say before saying goodbye?
You can say, talk to you later, or it was great talking to you.
You got it. Listeners, if you can master these simple phrases, your phone calls in English will become so much easier and much less stressful.
Absolutely. You don't need complicated grammar to talk on the phone. You just need a few good, natural phrases.
Well said, James. We are coming to the end of our episode today. We hope you all enjoyed this lesson and feel a little more confident about handling phone calls in English.
Yes, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate you spending your time with us here on Talk Rosa.
If you liked this episode, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and leave us a comment below. It really helps our channel grow.
We actually have some homework for you today. We want you to practice. Go to the comments section right now and write a short phone conversation.
That is a great idea. Write a short script. Imagine you are ordering a pizza, calling a friend, or maybe even calling a hair salon by mistake. Use the phrases from today's lesson. We will read your comments and reply to as many as we can.
I can't wait to read those. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and don't be afraid to pick up the phone.
Thank you all again for joining the Talk Rosa. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
Goodbye, everyone.